Didn't make a video about that. I think I need to make a video about tunneling too, because people just don't understand what tunneling is. Like people unhooking right in front of the killer, and they're like without BT, and then they down the survivor, and they're like, "Wow, tunneler," and I'm like, "Hey, you probably shouldn't have hooked with me like 2 feet away from the hook, duder." Those survivors claim tunneling, and I'm like, dude, that's not tunneling. Get over yourself. Yeah, like, oh, hold on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this on stream. I've decided. Let's turn off the music. I've decided. We're gonna do this right now. We're gonna do this right now. We're gonna do this right on stream, because I really want to talk about this, because I feel like a lot of people just like don't understand this. So like this game, we were playing with somebody. Oh, my cat finds. He's licking me, like he's cleaning me, quote unquote. You know. Let's see. So when does this happen? Yep, he had already DC'd at this point. So the DCer is the one you want to look at. It's this Jake. Wow, I got him early in the match. So I'm chasing this Jake, right? In this clown match. Not much has happened. They haven't got a gen done yet. And I'm chasing him around, blah, blah, blah. You know, standard stuff. Center building of Asylum, super strong. They give it a nerf, but it was like a 5% nerf. It's not. It's basically the same building, just with like a couple brick walls. He makes a bad play here, gets caught out against a clown. Clown in a dead zone is dead for you, so he gets down. I do the smart thing, which is throwing the bottles so I can get essentially agitation for free. So he gets popped up here. Now watch what happens. That's his first hook. So I'm gonna go zoomy away. They pop the gen, and I'm like, crap. I was gonna zoom there. So at least while I'm here, I'll break this door to make this structure a little weaker. And I'm trying to like just find a survivor, checking some gens. That one apparently had progress, so I kick it. I'm gonna reload. And I think I hear somebody here. Yeah, I heard somebody here. Yep, and they go for the save. I just didn't know. I don't want me to talk over top of myself. So they saved. Look at where I was. Look where I was. Where was I? Look at how close I am when that save happened. This is a millisecond after the save. How close am I? No BT, by the way, either. How close am I to the hook? How many meters would you say? How close am I to the hook when that unhook happens? Yeah, like 8 to 10 feet. They unhooked about 8 to 10 feet from the killer, right? They unhooked 8 to 10 feet from the killer. So I walk over because, you know, I'm still here. Where does this chick go? Where does that chick go? It's the Meg who saved him. Where does Meg go? Is Meg coming to take the hit for him? Or where does Meg go? I'll play it in slow-mo. Because she's like a glimpse in the background, which is part of the problem. Look where Meg goes. Is Meg taking a hit? Is Meg taking aggro? Where did Meg go? The opposite direction. She's going back in the game. She wants to go do gens. Guess who just got off hook? Is running in front towards me. And there's no BT. Should have ran away. He should have ran away, and she should have ran towards. Yeah. So this is a double problem. Because I see this a lot from survivors as well. He's running my direction. He's running vaguely towards me. I know we're diagonal. We're not exactly parallel or anything. But he's running my direction. He's running my way. And he was on hook. I was over this way. Like, I was over behind him. I was over that way before. So, unless he's not paying attention, he saw me over there reloading my bottles and kicking gens in the distance. So, he knows I'm over there. But he runs this way. So, I do the thing. Because, he's right in front of me, and the Meg is running away at full health. I down him. Ba-da! Dead. 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 So, I'm like, okay, well, where did Meg go? Right? Oh, that's not Meg. That's Adam. Hello. You know, like I go where I think survivors are or where she ran. I don't see why people save and don't take aggro. Because they're bad and they think that like their survival is better. They think is like if you get hooked and died, you're bad. So they actually come back and pick him up, right? But like, I'm in the asylum, and Cloud has a normal Terius, so I'm still in Terius. So I come back. Now Fang is over here. Fang is full health. I want you to pay attention to where Jake goes again. I want you to pay attention to where Jake goes again, because Jake is making the big error here. So Fang was just trying to go for the pickup. But watch where Jake goes when I interrupt their heal. Does Jake run away? Does he run away? Or what does the Jake choose to do in this situation? So I'm like, oh, Fang's here. Blah, blah, blah. Fang is going to drop the pallet. Ow, I get pallet stunned. But I got brutal enduring. I'm good. I'll kick it. No, hopefully not in slow-mo. But who do I hear still whining and complaining back here? Because he didn't run away. I hear Jake. So I down him. And then he makes the also noble decision to DC. But this is something that people get on me for all the time. People come into chat, they complain, they whine, call me a tunneler, call me this, call me that. This all started at the very beginning of the match. I'm in Terrarius right now. I'm right. Look how close I am. Look how close I am to that hook. Unless you're playing without headphones, you're playing without sound, they definitely hear me. They definitely hear me. They definitely hear a clown's terror radius. So why on earth does this Meg make the enlightened decision to save right now? Why? Without BT as well. At least with like BT, if he gets caught out and he gets hit, he has endurance. But she, within terror radius, saves. Why? On God's green earth. Why would you, while hearing and possibly seeing me literally right over here, 8 to 10 meters away, why would you save? Survivors get so mad, and this happens all day. This is why I'm bringing this up. This happens literally all day. I get people mad at me all day because you're a tunneler, you're a camper. And it gets on my nerves because these are the situations they're talking about. I was supposed to ignore this happening literally within 8 to 10 meters of me. I'm not going to. And I'm never not going to. So y'all better get over it, man. Like I'm not a mean guy. I try the best I can to not be douchey or mean or immoral. I do the best I can. Do you know how many other killers out there don't give a rat's behind what they do? Do you know how many other killers out there maliciously do this sort of thing? Where they'll intentionally come back to hook and intentionally tunnel? Even when no mistake has been made? Like, you got to do everything you can to not give them that opportunity. And there are legions, not to make a DBD pun, but there are legions of killer gamers out there who actually will do this maliciously and will actually hunt you down maliciously. So you need to do everything in your power to not present the opportunity, like being 8 to 10 meters from the killer and unhooking without BT, to not give the killer the opportunity to play that way. They come in and they like make that about me. Like I was supposed to do something about this situation, but it's that Meg's fault. It's the Meg's fault. She unhooks 8 to 10 meters from the killer. And then she books it out of there. She doesn't even stick around. She books it. She's like, I'm out of here, dude. Good luck, Jake. I'll see you on the other side. Like, she just leaves him to die. Doesn't take aggro. Doesn't take a hit. Doesn't do anything. You can go for risky plays. I didn't buy your DBD. DBD's $20, 10 on sale. I didn't buy your DBD. I can't tell you how to play. Yeah, Fonz agrees. You can't. I can't force you not to face camp. I didn't buy your game. You play how you want. But if you're going to make a risky decision like that, like a risky decision like this, you better be ready for something to go wrong. because it is a risky decision. It's not a safe decision. It's not an optimal decision. It's certainly a decision you can make. But you better not be salty or DC like this guy did when bad things happen. Nobody cares about the rulebook. Nobody cares, dude. I try to be nice. Like, I try to be like the best I can be. But at the end of the day, it's a versus game. It's me versus you. No buts. No buts. And if you do something like unhooking 8 to 10 feet from the killer and then running away, I'm going to hit this guy. And I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to apologize for hitting this dude. He, A, could have ran the other way. And B, she should have stayed by. No buts. It's not up to me. My job is to stop you from doing the gens and get as many kills as possible. Those are my jobs when I fire up the game. I am not obligated to play in any way the way you say. I am not. So you gotta make it to where I don't have the options to play certain ways by playing safer, making smarter decisions. Like, hold on, we're gonna switch over here. I'm gonna grab something from yesterday. I didn't clip it, so it might take me a second to find. So be patient. Sorry. All right, so let's look. So I'm chasing this Claudette, right? And this series of events is incredibly unfortunate for the Claudette. She's the one that ends up being she does a really funny thing here where she just like crouch. She like camped a vault, which was weird. Like if I wasn't Wraith, that would have been just like the silliest decision, which was really funny. I was like, okay, she camps the pallet, dies, because you should never camp pallets, kids. That's another thing that makes me angry. Anyways, I down this Claudette here. I'm taking her to the hook, and if you watch, Nancy's over here in the corner, right? Nancy's just like Jay chilling over here, trying to greed the gen, despite, once again, being in the terror radius. If there's anything you can take away from this little sub-rant, this little educational lesson here, is if you're in the terror radius, you probably shouldn't be greeting things or hanging out. But yeah, here's Nancy over here in the corner trying to greed the gen. So I go and I hook the Claudette, right? So I know Nancy's around. You know why? I turn around. Do you see scratch marks anywhere? Look upon my field and see that it has no scratch marks. Do you all see any scratch marks anywhere? Did this person run away? No. So that means, are they gone or are they nearby still? Just, kind of like sneaking around. Sneaking. Maybe a little bit of cosplay as an urban invader. Yeah, so they're nearby. So I kick the gens because I have pop. Today it's us and we have pop. We kick the gen and we're looking around for her, right? Because there's no scratch marks, which means she's just like crouched behind one of these, right? I got called a camper for this, by the way. I'm looking around because I see no scratch marks. And she just greeted the gen despite being in terror radius. So I can't find her. I'm looking around. But did you see it for a second? Did you see it for a half second? You saw the bright blue? The Yunjin in this match is wearing bright blue. Like vibrant bright blue, which is really funny. So I'm trying to find this Nancy, who is definitely still around. Definitely still around. And there's a Yunjin Lee chilling over here by the pallet, just camping the pallet, just camping the pallet like, I am ready. We're going to take you to Lowe's, duder. Time to get slapped. She's just hanging out, camping the pallet. By the way, never camp the pallet. She's just hanging out over here. Just politely waiting to, slap wood on my head. Behave, by the way. So I see her, so I'm going to go chase her. Hey, look what just happened. An exciting sequel. How far are they away? How many meters would you say they are away? Definitely within terror radius. When they saved the Claudette. Which is definitely the Nancy I couldn't find, by the way. On the next episode of I Saved in Terror Radius of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, like 7 to 10 meters. That right there's a safe on hook if I've ever seen one. So, once again, we're in this situation again. So, like 7 to 10 meters. We're 7 to 10 meters away. I'll tell you what. So we're like 7 to 10 meters away from the hook. And once again, within terror radius, within 7 to 10 meters of the hook, we have a save. see what happens. I'm going to slow it down a little bit because it's hard to backtrack because I don't have this in a clip or a highlight like I did the other one. So I come over here. Try to hit her. She, like... How close to second was Claude? I'm not sure. So, without even, like, being close to struggle phase, she unhooks. So, I try not to tunnel. Claudette makes the right move and tries to put distance. She tries to run away. I missed the swing. Darn it. Try to go after her. Finally get the hit. Oh, no, pallets. She teabags. I brutal strunk. Kick the pallet. Let's see. Did you see the gen pop back there? I can't confirm this, but I'm pretty sure it was the Claudette. So what did the Claudette do after I left? She just hopped right back on the gen. So I guess I'm supposed to ignore that. So I see this, and I come running back because the gen just popped, right? Look who's here! Look who's here! She just came off hook. She had a gen appointment. She's right here. She could have made distance. She probably has self-care. She's a Claudette main. That's what they do. Just a bush and a blueberry. like, I can't make this stuff up. Like, literally, you just came off that hook that's in the top right of this frame. And instead of making distance, you just hop right back on the gen. Hey, JD, how's your Wednesday? I'm not going to play you by tail. That's the problem. Exactly. That is the root difference between the problems. You can make risky plays. Just understand that they were risky plays, and you're like, oh, that didn't work out. You know. So I'm going to go for Claudette because Blueberry Yunjin is fully healed up. She is the easier down because she is already injured. She has touched a gen. She does not have DS. So she is, in every way possible, the easier down out of the two of them. Easier down out of the two of them, objectively. So I go do it. Bong, bong. Rest in peace, Shaq Pallet at 4 gens. Kick. Brutal strunk. It's in slow-mo because we're in the middle of a stream review. So I'm going to go hook her. Why did she not heal herself? Or get Yunjin to heal her? Because she made a risky play. But it was my fault because I capitalized on it. So she's on a hook again. She's on her second one. I see somebody down in the basement, but I know because, once again, I come over here. No scratch marks again. No scratch marks again that somebody's around. The Yunjin did not book it when I chased the Claudette. So Blueberry's still around somewhere. Blueberry is hanging out somewhere because there's no scratch marks in this area, which means the Blueberry didn't run when I chased the Claudette. Humpty, oh, we're going in full ramp mode. That's what we're doing. We're explaining how a lot of camping and tunneling is not camping and tunneling. It's just bad plays being punished and people complaining. You've seen two different examples. But I hope you're doing well today, friend. Why'd you even attempt that? The gen is dead since pop? I don't know. I have no idea. Jaeger's should always know it's always your fault no matter what. That is what the rulebook says. That is what the Survivor rulebook says. So I'm looking for her because she's still around because there's no scratch marks. So she didn't run when I chased the Claudette. So she's trying to go for an unsafe save. Where are we at again? How close are we to that hook? Tell me again how close we are to that hook. Look at that. How far am I away from that hook when they unhook that Claudette? It's pretty safe. On what planet? How far am I away? Give me some meters. It's not 8 to 10 this time, at least. It's not 8 to 10, at least. I'll give them that. It's not 8 to 10. It's not 8 to 10. But it's not much better now, is it? Have I even left the area? Yeah, like 20, 25. It's like a nurse's calling kind of range. Maybe a little bit less, slightly. It's like a nurse's calling range. So, I'm not gone. So I'm going to go back. So I go back. Because I haven't even left yet. I want to finish this rant. So it's Blueberry Union, who I knew was here. And I come out of the other side of Shaq, and who's right in front of me? I come out of the other side of Shaq, and Claudette is in front of me. So she's in front of me. Whatcha? So she's down. I don't even hook her, boys. I don't even hook her. I slug. Because I said she's had a rough go this match, and it's mostly not been her fault. So I'm gonna give her a chance to get picked up. I'm just gonna slug, put some pressure on the map. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna chase Blueberry, punish her for her bad play, and I'm not gonna hook the Claudette right away. Because hopefully somebody will pick her up. Oh, gamer chair. I'm gonna pick her up, and hopefully this gives Claudette a chance to be picked up. Unfortunately, I spot the Nancy coming very blatantly, like my way and not actually towards Claudette. Now that I'm realizing, like she wasn't going to pick up Claudette. Actually, wait a minute, where was she going? Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna chase Nancy. So now Fang, who's been gen jockeying this entire match, who I've not seen, is gonna have to come over and get Claude. This is also a slugging tutorial, I guess, because this is like why slugging is good. But now, Fang has decided to glue to a gen with most of her team down. So I'm just going to pick up Claude. So this is the legacy of Claudette in this game, right? And the rest of this game is pretty unremarkable, and I'll just like let it run in the background. But like, I was called a camper, a tunneler, and I believe the Claudette themselves called me a stupid, stuttering idiot. Was what they got banned for. I think that was the exact phrasing they used. They called me a stupid, stuttering idiot. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I got like actually real life bullied over that. Like they actually came from my personal self because of mistakes that were controllable, mistakes that they had control over. Not true? Thanks, Agatha. I appreciate that. Nothing I did here was like malicious. I did not maliciously go after the Claudette. It was just that her teammates kept feeding her to me by making really unsafe decisions. Like in other games, like fighting games, like I would gladly be like, hey, I don't want to do this really bad play. I want to win more, right? Or like MOBAs. Like, hey, this play is really bad. Stop going into the jungle as much or something like that, right? Like I would love to have that improvement, right? So I can like be better in other games. But like in DBD, it's almost like, I don't know, like I feel like it's this weird mix of like this idea that like the game's so random so it doesn't matter, but also I want to try really hard and be the best. And they don't go together, and they just like overlap in bad ways, like really bad ways, right? So like this person, I don't even know, like they may be fully aware that that's like a horrible play, and you don't do that, right? You know, they may not know that that's like, they may know it's a bad play and they're just going for it anyway. But like, I feel like this is what I got in an argument with this person after the stream, and I literally said, I'm not going to play the audio, but I literally said, no, I'm not like mad. And you shouldn't be mad either. This is a teachable moment. Like, this is something you can improve at the game. Because it was Blue Yunjin who was giving me the most gruff. And I was like, you kept saving when I hadn't even left hook. You got to put more space between you and the killer before you unhook. Because you were just unhooking like 8 to 10 meters away. Like, I am like 2 or 3 seconds from swinging distance, you know? Think of it that way. I'm like 2 seconds from swinging distance. I'm 2 seconds from a lunge and then I hit someone. But you're going to unhook there. Like, that's a teachable moment. That is, hey, that is something, that is a habit in my gameplay that is not great. And if I drop it, I'm going to be better. Right? And if you don't want situations like this to happen again because it makes you so upset, like, you should probably take that, right? Right? If you were tired of situations like this happening, that teachable moment will reduce these situations. Because you can't, like, force the game to accept your risky plays, right? You can't force the game to accept your risky plays. You just can't. It's not going to like that. That's also why I don't take the game seriously. Yeah, and I feel like these people, like, it's just it's like it feels so strange because people like wobble between like I don't take this game seriously, but like when people punish their decision, they get upset. It's like, are you not trying or are you trying? That's the point I want to make to like wrap this up in a bow. I think that's the point I want to make with this is that like I like to think I'm not, or at least I try my best not to be like an aggressive, mean person. And I'm not out here to ruin your fun. I'm not out here to make you feel like garbage. I'm not out here to like be a jerk. I just want to win like everybody else. I think winning is fun. I think demonstrating skill in games that require skill to win are very fun. I think that's what attracts me to almost any game. Is like, game hard to win, but I have to learn a lot. But if I learn a lot, I get better. That's what brings me to a game. That's it. That's it for me. That's what I do. I'm not somebody who is one of those toxic mean killers or toxic mean survivors, right? I'm not one of those people that, being mean on the internet is a personality people who are really cringe. Because you know the type I'm talking about. I'm not one of those people. So there are going to be tons and tons and tons of worse people out there who are going to do these things to you maliciously and intentionally, and not just because they're punishing a mistake you made. So you need to make sure that you're not making decisions like greeting a gen while I'm in chase with somebody in the tile just right next to you, not taking aggro for your teammates and running away, and then saying, oh, I tunneled this person, when you're the one that ran away and didn't take aggro for the person that was injured and just came off hook. You have to take the power out of their hands to do that. Because if you're thinking about it, if you're playing optimally, if you're playing well, you're not making these sort of plays and you're not ending up in these situations. So make it harder for them to tunnel. Make it harder for them to tunnel. Make it harder for them to camp by making smarter decisions. Like not unhooking early, not unhooking within terror radius, making distance between you and the killer instead of like, I don't know, forcing BT, which I see a lot of people doing that get mad about. Trying to force a DS and having a killer just hunt you down after DS because you used it offensively instead of defensively when you needed it. Like there's a lot of stuff you can do to prevent yourself from being in these situations. Like, don't put yourself in a situation where you run at the killer to force BT when you just got off hook and there's no reason to. The other person that unhooked you isn't on death hook or anything. Don't go force BT for no reason, okay? Don't do these incredibly risky plays and get upset about it. You can go for incredibly risky plays. Like my favorite, like JD was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but like my favorite Survivor streamers are the ones that do crazy stuff. Like JD just people hovers around people and goes for flashlight saves, whether he's gonna get them or not. It's fun and exciting. I get it, but like JD said, like JD doesn't care when he gets caught and gets down because he knows he's going for a risky play, right? He knows he's going for something that may go incredibly wrong. But a lot of these people don't consider unhooking with Interius or unhooking 8 to 10 meters away or forcing BT or forcing a DS to be a risky play. And I think that's the big disconnect that happens, which is why people get really upset. It's because they don't see these things as risky plays, so they just kind of like get mad at you for it, and you were supposed to react differently to it, when it's really them making the risky play that put them in the situation. And hopefully that was helpful. Like a lot of people that I like, and you can guys correct me if you're wrong. Like I get a lot of people who've played the game a lot and are like red ranks, but I also have a lot of people that play and watch who are not, right?
Ranting is fun, especially when we learn things.
Yes, educational rants are great. This is my TED Talk. Thank you. Thank you for the bit, friend. But they do survivors dead hard in the corner. I see that a lot too. Maybe it is meta. Maybe I'm just behind. But yeah, like once again, TLDR, like, make less bad decisions. Like, understand, like, try to analyze if the decision you're making is risky, and be ready to accept, like, what is essentially, like, the emotional consequence, like, the disappointment and the sadness of, like, oh, crap, it didn't work out, when you do those things, right? Like, don't, like, throw a hissy. Because, like, and like I said, like, you will be a better player for not doing these things. You won't end up in as many situations of, like, upsetness and sadness or feeling the need to be toxic because you made a better decision and you've been making better decisions, if that makes sense. Like, you are not in the bad situation to begin with because you didn't make the bad call.